Upcoming Silksong patch 2 got announced. So first thing is added dithering effect option and advanced video settings, reduced color banding, but can slightly soften the appearance of foreground assets, defaults to off. So it's a visual thing, so I'm glad that's coming in. Updated Herald's Wish achievement description to clarify the players must both complete the wish and finish the game. So that's a clarification thing if you're struggling with the Herald's Wish. Next, fixed Savage Beastfly in Farfield, sometimes remaining below the lava. So this boss took me the single most time to beat in the whole game. I did fight him too early, like right as soon as it was available, but I'm glad he's getting a little bit of touch up. Fixed rare cases of Shrine Guardian set getting out of bounds during battle. I haven't fought this boss yet, but that sounds awful if he goes out of bounds. Added catch to prevent Lugoli sometimes flying off screen and not returning during battle. So this boss loves throwing it back. It would have been hilarious to see him throw it back off of the map and not coming back, but I'm glad that's getting fixed. Alright, further reduced chance of Silk Snippers getting stuck out of bounds in Chapel of the Reaper battle. So I've never run into this issue, but if you did, then rest assured it's getting fixed. And also let me know, do you guys struggle with the Silk Snippers? Because I initially did, but then they're kind of easy now that I learned to pogo them. Fix various instances of dying to bosses while killing them, causing death sequences to play messily out of sync. I have not had that issue, but if you did, then that's also getting fixed. Fix Shaman binding into a bottom transition, causing a soft lock. So I haven't used this Shaman crest much, but I know that when you bind with it, it forces you to the ground. So if that soft lock to you, then rest assured that's getting fixed. Cocoon position in some locations updated to prevent it spawning in inaccessible areas. I haven't had that issue, but if you did, then it's getting fixed. Fixed Liquid Liqueur Courier Delivery not being accessible in Steel Soul mode. I haven't played that yet, but I'm glad the problems in that mode is also getting touched. Fixed some NPCs not correctly playing cursed hint dialogues in certain instances. Fixed Conchcutter Reed not being able to fly away after singing. Fixed Verdania Memory Orb, sometime replaying layered screen edge burst effects. Fixed the break counter not working for certain multi-hitter tools, example Conchcutter. Some of these throwing tools like Conchcutter and Chakra's throwing tools seem really weak, so hopefully they get a little bit better over the patch. Fixed Volt Filament Damage Multiplier not applying for certain silk skills. This tool has a lot of potential, so let's see how it's affected in the patch. Fixed Cogflies and Wisps inappropriately targeting Skull Wings. So these guys are used for traversal, so if they were targeting those guys, that would have really gotten away, so I'm glad that's getting fixed. Now for one of the most important ones. Fixed Cogflies incorrectly resetting their HP to full on scene change. I was wondering why sometimes the Cogflies felt like they lasted forever, and it was so useful to use them to traverse areas and clear areas because they never seem to go away and they're so effective. But I guess that was because every time you were like changing rooms or something, they were getting a full HP regen, so that's why they were sticking around for so long. So this is a direct nerf to these. Fixed Curve Claw always breaking on the first hit after being deflected. I've had this issue multiple times and I just thought this was intentional, but now that I know that it's not, I'm glad it's getting fixed. The Curve Claw is one of my favorite early game tools. If you're struggling in this game, definitely pick them up, and if you can get the right distance for certain bosses, you can absolutely delete them. Fixed Plasmium File and Flea Brew sometime when restoring as intended at benches. So I've heard multiple people in my comments letting me know that they're having issues with this, so rest assured that's getting fixed. And the last thing is various other small tweaks and fixes. So far the first two patches seem to be centered around bug fixes. In the future I would like to see some of the tools that are underused be a little bit buffed so they become more viable, and let me know in the comments what you guys want to see updated. There's a chance the devs see these videos and read the comments and take some of the suggestions into consideration, so definitely let your voices be heard.